Once upon a time, in a lush and vibrant forest, there lived a group of animals who were the best of friends. This group included Leo the lion, Ellie the elephant, Benny the bunny, Tara the turtle, and Sammy the squirrel. Each of these animals had their own unique strengths, and together, they could overcome any challenge. One bright and sunny day, as the friends were gathered by the sparkling river, Leo excitedly shared some news. "I've heard of a place deep within the forest called the Hidden Valley," Leo said, his golden mane shining in the sunlight. "They say it's a magical place where the trees are made of candy and the rivers flow with chocolate. It's a secret place that no one has found in years. What do you say, friends? Shall we embark on an adventure to find it?" The idea of an adventure thrilled the group, and they all agreed eagerly. They knew it wouldn't be easy, but they were confident that by working together, they could find the Hidden Valley. The first obstacle on their journey was an old, rickety bridge that spanned across a deep chasm. The bridge was so worn that it swayed dangerously with the slightest breeze. Ellie, with her big size, was particularly concerned that the bridge might not hold her weight. Leo, being the courageous leader, took the first step. "Don't worry, Ellie. If we cross slowly and one at a time, we'll be safe. Trust me." One by one, they crossed the bridge, holding their breath with every creak and groan of the wooden planks. Leo, Benny, Tara, and Sammy all made it safely to the other side. Finally, it was Ellie's turn. The others encouraged her from across the chasm. "Come on, Ellie. You can do it," they cheered. Ellie took a deep breath and stepped onto the bridge. It creaked under her weight, but she moved slowly and carefully. Halfway across, the bridge made a loud cracking noise and Ellie froze. "Don't be scared, Ellie," Sammy called out. "We're here for you." With her friend's encouragement, Ellie found the courage to take another step, then another, and another. Finally, she made it across the bridge. Her friends cheered loudly. They had overcome their first challenge by trusting each other and working together. After crossing the bridge, the group entered the Whispering Woods, a place where the trees seemed to talk. The wind carried soft voices. The dense forest was full of winding paths and confusing trails. The friends quickly realized they could get lost if they weren't careful. Tara, the wise and slow-moving turtle, suggested they mark their path. "If we leave a trail of pebbles, we can find our way back if we get lost," she said. Benny, with his quick and nimble feet, took the job of dropping pebbles behind them as they ventured deeper into the woods. As they walked, the whispers of the forest grew louder, and they began to hear strange things, voices calling their names, rustling leaves that sounded like footsteps, and even the faint sound of laughter. Sammy, who was usually full of energy, started to feel uneasy. "What if the voices are leading us into a trap?" he asked nervously. Leo reassured him. "Remember, we're in this together. As long as we stick together, we'll be safe." Sure enough, the voices tried to lead them off the path several times, but thanks to Tara's wise suggestion and Benny's quick work, they were able to stay on the right track. After what felt like hours, the whispers began to fade. The forest opened up to reveal a bright clearing bathed in sunlight. "Look, we made it out of the Whispering Woods," Ellie exclaimed, her large ears flapping with excitement. The friends celebrated their success. They knew they had navigated the confusing forest by relying on each other's strengths. After leaving the Whispering Woods, the animals came upon a wide, sparkling river that blocked their path. The water was clear and calm, but there was no bridge or boat in sight. "How are we going to cross this?" Benny wondered, hopping along the riverbank. Just then, they noticed that the water had a strange property. It reflected not just their images, but also their thoughts and feelings. As they looked into the water, they could see scenes of their past and their deepest emotions playing out on the surface. Leo saw himself being crowned as the king of the jungle, but also felt the weight of responsibility that came with it. Ellie saw herself as a tiny elephant calf, struggling to keep up with the herd. Benny saw his fears of being small and overlooked. Tara saw her struggles with being slow and underestimated, and Sammy saw his anxieties about the future. The river seemed to be testing their inner strength. To cross it, they had to face and accept their reflections. Leo, with his strong leadership, was the first to step forward. "We've all faced challenges before, and we've overcome them. We can do this together." As they spoke words of encouragement to each other, their reflections in the river began to change. The scenes of fear and doubt were replaced by images of their achievements, their acts of bravery, and their happiest moments together. One by one, they stepped into the river, and to their surprise, the water was shallow and warm. They crossed easily, with the river reflecting their newfound confidence and unity. On the other side, they felt stronger and more connected than ever. They had learned that facing their fears and believing in themselves was the key to moving forward. After crossing the river, the friends faced their biggest challenge yet. A towering mountain that seemed to touch the sky. The mountain was steep and rocky, with narrow paths winding up its sides. Climbing the mountain required patience and perseverance, especially for Tara, who was not as fast as the others. But the friends had learned the importance of supporting each other, and they agreed to go at a pace that suited everyone. As they climbed, the path became narrower and more difficult. The air grew thinner. They had to take breaks to catch their breath. At times, the summit seemed so far away that it was tempting to give up. But every time one of them felt discouraged, another would offer words of support and encouragement. "Just a little further," Ellie would say, using her trunk to help pull the others up a steep ledge. "We're almost there." Benny would cheer, hopping ahead to scout the path. Tara, though slow, was steady and never complained. She kept her eyes on the path and her mind focused on the goal. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, they reached the summit. The view from the top was breathtaking. They could see the entire forest below them, the river they had crossed, and the whispering woods in the distance. But most importantly, in the distance, they could see a lush, green valley hidden away among the mountains. "We found it," Sammy shouted.